Good morning, everyone. Hello, hello. How are you? It is so hot. It is so hot here on the East Coast. I don't know. I like warm weather, but this is kind of crazy. Tomorrow it should be cooling down, so I'm super excited about that. But it's quite warm. Hello, everyone. I'm Cheldin Barlattt Rumer, and this is it. Welcome back to This Is It TV. This Is It Network is your global digital TV network connecting remarkable women to inspiring stories. We do that each and every day through our growing community, our engaging content, and the real connections in which we provide. I do my best to bring you a morning message Monday through Friday at around 11 o'clock Eastern in hopes of keeping you motivated for the day, but keeping you inspired each and every day. So thank you so much for continuing to hang out, for watching it as you and when you can and as you can throughout the day, sharing it with individuals who you think need a little bit of inspiration and motivation. I've said this many times before. I typically execute these morning messages out of pure selfishness. I often have to remind myself of these things as I continue to navigate my own ambition and to navigate the development of This Is It Network, our Scream Your Dream community, the production, the editorial, the events, all the things. And so I have to remind myself of these things. And this is a practice that I do to remind myself of these little lessons that oftentimes we forget when we're in the minutia of things. And one of the things that I'm really thinking about now is understanding that it is not a race. It's most recently my birthday. I'm now 46 years old. And I can tell you that 22-year-old Cheldin had delusions of grandeur and what she wanted and the ambition that she had and what she foresaw for herself and the pressure that she put on herself, speaking about myself, to get to where I wanted to be. I don't think that I could have ever pictured what 46 literally would look like. And I don't know how 21-year-old Cheldin would feel about 46-year-old Cheldin. My hope is that she would feel proud of her and that she would be, hello, Lynette, how you doing? That she would feel as if, we have come so far, but we have so much more to go. That she would be proud of what we've accomplished, but excited about what's ahead. That's what I hope for her. What I know to be true is that we tend to race ourselves, right? We tend to be fighting against ourselves for what it is that we want. We never get there quick enough. We never get there in the way that we wanted to. We always are in this feat or space of dissatisfaction with the timeline of our lives, right? We see so many people around us and we have this imposter syndrome that is paralyzing in so many ways. Why is somebody who's doing a like-minded thing further along, so we think? Why is it not coming together the way in which I think it should come together in the timeline that I think it should be moving? All of those things. And this reminder today's morning message is that it is not a race. Your hopes, your dreams, your wants, even though there might be bills and deadlines associated with, it's not a race. It is your journey versus it being your race. Right? And I believe that if it is a race to be run, right? If it is a race at all, it is about you running your own race, right? And the race that you're running has nothing to do with anybody in the next lane. It has nothing to do with what somebody else is doing and the speed in which they are getting there. When I used to run track, and that was a long time ago, but when I used to run track, I was very, very fast in my youth. And a lot of coaches would say, as they were trying to, good morning, Orinthia, stay in your lane. And a lot of young runners, you see them, their heads are bouncing over there. They're looking this way. They're looking backwards, trying to see where their competition is. And what happens when you do that, my dear friends? What happens when you look from left to right when you are sprinting? My darlings, you fall down. You fall, you trip over your feet. You fall down. The distractions get in your way. You cannot run your fastest when your head is on a swivel. You need to stay focused. It's not a race to be run or race to be won against who is in lane 2 or lane 4, right? If you're running in 3, which was my happy lane, if you're running in lane 3, right? It is not to be in a space where you are swiveling your head around, worried about what this person's doing and this person's doing. Now, don't get me wrong. After the race, look at tape. Look at their form. Look how far they've come. But it's not to be distract you. It's to motivate you. Right? Get your head off a swivel, Orinthia. I hear and I see you. It's the truth. And this is from people who have been trained to run, people who love to run, people who are competitive in the nature. It is easy for you to be distracted. It is easy for you to want to look to the left and right just to see where you are positioned on the track. But what I beg of you, what I want you to understand is that you need to run your own race. So whatever it is that you're doing, whether it's leadership, an executive track, you're an entrepreneur, you're launching a small business, you just have a side hustle, my goodness, you're just trying to graduate. I want you to understand that it is not a race against someone. It is your individual journey that you get to run, that you get to pace, right? That pace car that's out that sets the tone. You get to set the tone for your life and what it is that you've got going on. You get to do that. And it is tempting to run someone else's race. It is tempting to pick up their form. It is tempting to do all of those things and a distraction from your own journey and your own destination. And what I want for us to do is to think about how we're running our race, not in comparison to someone else, but based on what we need, based on the ambition that we have and where it is that we want to go. What race are you running? How often are you paying attention to one foot in front of the other versus, oh my gosh, I can hear the footsteps of everyone? I need you to focus for yourself because I tend to get distracted. Oh my goodness. I was doing, my fault, a competitive analysis and I started to get sad. Why are we not so far along? Why aren't we hitting these particular benchmarks? Why don't things look this way? Listen, that story isn't my story. Their resources, my goodness, are not my resources. So all I can do is run my race. All I can do is pay attention to what it is that I'm doing. Not a race against someone else. A race that I get to set the tone for and the pace for, and I get to practice for and perfect. That is what I encourage all of us to do. And I know that some of you may be in the valley of things. Some of you may be in a hard time. And you're like, all I can do is look at the accomplishments of others and feel really bad about what I have yet to accomplish. But what I want for you, what I need for all of you is to truly pay attention to how you're running, what you're doing, how you're preparing for that race, that competition that you're about to be in. And understand that it belongs to you. The pace is set by you, belongs to you, is ran by you. It is not a race against anybody else. It is the journey that belongs to you. And I hope, my darling friends, that you stay on that journey. And if you need us for anything, that you tap into us. We're going to be talking about all of this fun stuff, all of this great stuff at our women's conference that's happening on September 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. At Ocean Casino Resort in Atlantic City, New Jersey. We'd love for you to join us. There's a link for more information within the post. It is absolutely going to be star-studded with all of our screamers from all over the country. We want to make sure that you join us as well. And if you are in need of personal branding and strategy, and you need somebody to talk to hear and see you, to encourage you to run your race, I'm your gal. Would love to be able to work with you in encouraging you to elevate your voice and scream your dream. There's more information on how you can get in touch with me and how we can work together can also be found within the post. If you are looking for inspiration and motivation and what's going on in the world of remarkable women, This Is It Network is your home. Make sure that you follow, fan, and like us everywhere you find at This Is It TV, and log on to This Is It TV for more information. Our goal is to encourage all of you to no longer whisper your wishes, but to in fact scream your dream. We'll see you next time. Take care.